Hello, beloved friends. I'm Reverend Kyra with Unity Bay Area, Houston. And it is a privilege to continue this series we've been doing on we've been looking at parables, and then we've been looking at the stories in the Bible, and we're going to be looking at the great sayings of Jesus, the precepts. He has so many statements that he provides to give us a way to look at life and live according to divine law or according to universal principles of truth. And we get the opportunity to interpret and understand those in a deeper way. How is it that that represents our consciousness and how we approach life and our awareness and our ability to walk and live in a way that brings forth the highest good into our lives and into the world for one and all. We're going to be looking at things like his message about ask, seek, and knock, and you will receive, and the door will be opened. We're going to be looking at things like the golden rule and the great commandment to love one another as you love yourselves, and to let the little children come unto you, and it's through a child's heart that we enter the kingdom of heaven. Well, what does that really mean in our everyday experience? And how do we live into that in a way that brings it to life in those moments of challenge, in those experiences we have of living in an outer experience while having a deep and rich inner awareness of God's presence? How do we train our own minds to listen and follow and live according to this higher path rather than continue with the constant monkey mind? I mean, these are the teachings and the sayings that are inviting us into a higher awareness. And as we do this, we expand the awareness, the frequency, the vibration for the planet, and we begin to fulfill a higher purpose together. We live from our true Christ potential. So I invite you to join us this Sunday at Unity Bay Area, Houston, where we'll look more in depth at these particular sayings. We're going to be concentrating mostly on those that are in Matthew, though some of them are in all three synoptic gospels. So we'll look at the different interpretations as well. And then we'll have a part 2 later in November that is going to focus on some of the sayings out of John. But right now we're going to focus on these in Matthew, and I think you'll find that they give us such a basis for how to live our lives and a guidance and wisdom from which we can move forward in the way of living into a higher consciousness. So I'm excited about this and looking forward to sharing it with you this Sunday at Unity Bay Area, Houston in League City, Texas, 1911 Highway 3 South. Come join us in person. We'd love to see you and share in the joy and celebration that we share in community with one another. We would love to have you join us, if you can't come that way, to join us online at Unity Bay Area Houston on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. This Sunday, following the service, we're going to have a special hug meeting. A hug meeting doesn't mean we just run around and hug each other, which we often do anyway, but this is a Helping Unity Grow meeting. And we've had some great enthusiasm and those that are really wanting to take on some additional ways of serving this community. And we're going to come together and talk about some of the ideas that have been presented and prioritize them and make decisions about moving forward on some of the activities that we think will light up ourselves from the inside out, as well as light up our community and serve our community, not just unity, because we know for us to grow, it really means that we're engaging a bigger community and supporting it and really bringing these principles and teachings out into the world. Unity is based on the foundation of it being a teaching that serves your life in very practical ways. And so we are going to be looking at all the ways that we want to do that with fun and celebration and the excitement of this time of coming together as community again. As we've come out of all of the transitions of our world recently, we're in a time of really building and understanding the power and the presence in community and the joy. and the joy and how it feeds our soul and our lives. So come join us this Sunday for our celebration service at 10:30 a.m. and stay for a potluck. We are inviting everyone to bring food, and we'll share a potluck, and then we'll have our Helping Unity Grow meeting. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you Sunday, and in the meantime, be gentle with yourself. Love yourself as you love one another, and love one another as you love yourself. The more we can come to a place of self-acceptance and acceptance of all the parts of our own being, we tend to bring that acceptance out into the world. And we transform our world by the love that we share, by the experience of being a presence where everyone feels safe and secure to be themselves. Thank you, God, for that. I am so grateful for each and every one of you and look forward to being with you Sunday. Have a blessed week.